Singaporeans are asking a critical question: was the goods and services tax hike truly necessary, or could more have been done to ease the burden? On April 26, 2025, Second Minister for Finance Chee Hong Tat explained in a Facebook video why raising GST from 7% to 9% was, in his words, a very difficult but necessary decision. Stay tuned because there's more to this debate than meets the eye, and it affects your daily expenses and future opportunities. Chee outlined that the GST hike was essential to secure Singapore's future, highlighting the need to support an aging population and navigate a volatile global economy. He pointed out that without this increase, the government would have lacked the resources to care for seniors and help businesses and workers weather global uncertainties. For context, GST was raised to 8% on January 1, 2023 and further to 9% on January 1, 2024. This decision faced strong pushback from opposition parties, who campaigned for a rollback to 7% and suggested exempting essentials like groceries and utilities from GST to ease living costs. Chee defended the move, explaining that permanent GST vouchers, the absorption of GST on healthcare and education, and the assurance package mean that most lower and middle-income households effectively pay far less than 9%. He emphasized that tourists, foreigners, and the better-off contribute the bulk of GST revenue. Importantly, the assurance package delays the full impact of the GST hike for most Singaporeans by at least 5 years, and for lower-income households, by over a decade. However, critics are pointing to timing. Just days earlier, Singapore announced a surprise 6.4 billion Singapore dollar fiscal surplus for FY 2024, flipping from a 2.6 billion Singapore dollar deficit the year before. This turnaround was driven by strong corporate tax collections, soaring personal income tax, and a 23.8% surge in GST revenue, fueled by robust private consumption. Despite these gains, Chee insisted that the GST hike was needed to safeguard Singapore's long-term resilience, ensuring funding for healthcare, housing, education, and public transport. He stressed that no further GST increases are planned until 2030. On inflation, the debate is equally heated. Opposition leader Pritam Singh challenged the government's narrative during Budget 2025 debates, arguing the GST hike significantly worsened inflation pressures. He cited government data showing that the GST contributed nearly 1 percentage point to core inflation, meaning it was responsible for about 40% of low-end core inflation estimates in 2024. Finance Minister and PM Lawrence Wong rejected claims that GST turbocharged inflation, arguing that global factors were the main drivers. Inflation had actually fallen from 6.1% in 2022 to 2.4% by 2024. Yet Wong's rebuttal didn't fully address Singh's point, that the GST hike had a measurable, acknowledged impact on inflation. With elections looming, these debates could shape the next political battleground. What do you think? Should the government have delayed the GST hike given the stronger fiscal position, or was it necessary for Singapore's future stability? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to 2230 for more deep dives into news that truly matters to you.